Just look at the state of you. You're more of a wreck than this place. Is this what you call taking better care of yourself? No more excuses, your ladyship. I order you to rest.
Fine. I'll rest.
Don't worry, Gav. She's in good hands.
But we should have never let her fall into Hugo's. Back when he had some like. The question is, where is he now?
And what the hell were those royalists doing there?
I was wondering about that all the way home.
Otto may have heard something. I'll talk to him.
And I'll talk to Tomes.
The lawsman. About what?
About your faithful hound for a start. If any four-legged friend's ever done that before, I'm betting Tomes will have read about it. But what I want to know is, what happens afterwards? It's all well and good Torgal saving our arses, but if it costs him what it cost Jill...
Right. Let me know if you learn anything.
Will do. And you do the same, eh?
Jill. Listen to Taya.
I will. Thank you.
Bolts from the blue. The power of Earth. Clive has claimed a portion of the Icon Titan's essence. Tuning with Titan not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities, such as Wind Up, a singular strike that increases its impotency when charged. Ability details can be found on the Abilities tab in the main menu. Titan's Feat. Titan's iconic feat, Titan Block, can be used to fend off most incoming attacks using square immediately after a perfect timed precision block. Initiate a devastating counter. Is it like a counterattack type thing? That might take some practice. Let's have a quick look. Titan Channeled. So based on how many we've got so far, we've got 4. Do we think we can get at least another 4 in here? If not another? So who have we got left? We've seen Odin. We've seen Bahamut. Is that it? We shall see, I suppose. Let's take a look then. Titan Block. Block enemy attacks. When a guard is timed perfectly, square can be used to launch up to 3 counterattacks. Upheaval. Slam a fist into the ground, dealing damage to all enemies within range. Hold button to increase range. Can be used in midair. Punch forward, holding button to wind up. Attack further increases potency. Raging Fist. Nice. It's kind of like the Garuda one, I guess. Step forward and deliver a blinding flurry of high-speed punches. Blocking an enemy attack with the step forward increases the potency of the following punches. And then Earthen Fury. Drive both hands into the ground, causing the land to surge upwards, sending nearby enemies flying. Nice, we'll have to practice with those next time then. I assume we can't have more than 3 then by the looks of this. So yeah, we'd have to switch one out then. I think I would be tempted to switch Garuda out. I mean, it's good for staggering. But we'll try Titan for now because it's new. Right, I think we'll do a save. Okay, let's go see what is new in the Hideaway. Nectar, what you got for me? Some new hunts? That's what I like to see. Ask about Nectar's adventures. Have you been on some new adventures? Did I ever tell you about the time I toured the Northern Territories?
I trust you wrapped up warm.
I didn't know such thing, couple. We Moogles don't feel the cold, thanks to our exceptionally fluffy fur. You humans are the only animals up there who feel the need to dress up in furs of those fluffier than yourself, couple. In fact, that's precisely why I ended up cutting my tour short, couple. My kindly greetings to the locals were met with a volley of arrows. And I make a much better hero than I do a head, couple. Let's see what you got for me then. Flan Prince. Well, I guess I found it. Our first A rank, so this could be bad. Is this a bad time to be testing out Titan's powers? Muddy Murderer. Rumour is spreading throughout the southern reaches of Rosaria of a pool of opalescent ooze that has been sighted in the moors and meadows of the region. While it resembles naught but a puddle of strange sludge from a distance, any man or beast that draws too close is met with the masses of slimy hands that drag their prey into its gaping, grinning maw. Is this what we want for our children? I don't have my grab anymore if I get rid of Garuda, which is something slightly to worry about. This is a bad time to be testing Titan's abilities. This guy's full of magic. Jesus.
I needed that.
I remember I can hold it with these abilities, don't I? Do I have to get in the red to do more damage? If this thing would give me a chance to do it, that'd be great. There we go. Dual cast. Taking some hits for the joys of that. The fuck? I just got slapped to death. Uh-oh. Which is what killed me last time. It's getting a bit handsy. Uh-oh. The fuck is this? Uh-oh, I can't see what he's doing. Oof, bad timing. Stagger him. Nearly there. Ooh, don't die now. Oh, I thought I was dead then. Yeesh. Gelatinous mass. Gelatinous mass. The wild phlegm excretes a sickly sweet, viscous ooze that is meant to lure would-be predators into devouring it, at which time the powerful toxins within the flesh will paralyze the victim, allowing the phlegm to envelop and slowly dissolve it over a period of 17 nights, up to 7 of which the victim spends alive, obtained by defeating the phlegm prince used in crafting.
Well, it's dead now. Whatever it was.
Okay, looks like we can make the Drake Slayer belt. And with a cry that echoed through the skies, she thrust her sword down into the mighty Drake's nape. Life having escaped the Elder Worm, he went crashing into the sea, where his corpse lay, unmoving yet unsinking. Legends of the Drake, translated by Moss the Chronicler. And that is better, and it uses the Electrum that we just got. Or recently got. Don't think there's anything else to make, so should we just get this?
No scratches, right?
I assume I can't upgrade it. Wonder what we use the Titan...
That it? Fine.
The Titan and Shard or whatever it was we got. Maybe that'll update later. Oh, we have a letter to go look at. Homecoming. I apologise for what happened in Rosalith. I fear what might have had been, not you, Gav and Torgal, fought so fiercely. Once again, you were there when I needed you most, and for that I shall ever be grateful. Seeing the city I had once come to know as my home reduced to flame and rubble has left me with much sadness in my heart, but the time for looking back is beyond us. We must focus on the here and now. Our memories will be waiting for us when this is all through. Jill.
Otto, is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
Oh, she's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the Cursebreakers and their other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet, but it's only a matter of time.
Right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is. All right. right, Clive? Still busy saving the world?
Mid. When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned? Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right. You win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air. Bloody tempest, more like.
Oi, Otto. You got my gill.
Huh? What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
That little...
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
I assume this is a new character that we don't actually know, personally. Or am I misremembering? It's been 5 years, I guess a lot's happened, and I wasn't there for all 5 of it. But Clive was, so I assume he knows. Where is she?
Shouldn't you be getting some rest soon?
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't.
Is this Sid's
That
daughter?
was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well. If Sid could see you now. All right. I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
Basically, I need a smith, a merchant, and someone who can work wood. And let's face it, my student allowance isn't going to stretch that far. So do us a favour, will ya?
Okay. I guess that is Sid's daughter. He did mention he had one. Begs the question, who is her mother? Based on hair colour, is it Benedicta, maybe? Unless there was someone else. I don't know, these people get around a bit. Okay, I guess we're going back to the Smiths. And the shop.
Was wondering where you'd got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list.
A list of materials. The noxious vapours that spilled from the cracks around a certain door in Sidolphus Telemon's Deadland Hideaway would sting the eyes and burn the nose of anyone who strayed too close. Combining every ingredient on this list would no doubt produce a similar result.
Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment...
It's paid. 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
Indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh wait, you got some updates?
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
About Mid. Is irrepressible the word? That girl doesn't let anything get her down. That's for certain.
Quite the opposite.
In fact, she's got a way of making every bugger else get up and dance to her tune.
Like father, like daughter.
I'd say it ran in the blood, if I didn't know better. Can't wait to see what kind of queer contraption she comes up with next, so long as she doesn't try to rope me in to build it for her.
Go on then.
Go on then. I don't know, what you got? Hunter's waistcloth? It's not better than what we've made recently, so... Hunter's arm cloth. I don't think there's anything new there. Some songs, which I'll buy eventually.
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
Stock up, because I'll probably forget. Should we buy some elixirs, or am I ever really going to use them? I guess in like emergencies I could use them if I've run out of everything, but are we ever going to get to that point? Depends how careless I am. I mean, I suppose it can't be a bad idea just to have them. If I don't use them, then I'm going to have them for a while, and they're there. 20k. Fine.
You'll not find a better price than that.
My money.
Come again. Oh, don't.
In fact...
I'm not much bothered either way.
Oh, shut up.
What can I do for you?
Remembered I've got some stuff to sell, probably. Where are they? On this list, aren't they? I think I do. Oh, empty shard. A non-script fragment of crystal long spent. While the ethereal charge contained within is too faint to serve as a catalyst for any significant casting, when gathered together with other such specimens, a determined individual might coax a final spark from the pile. Most, however, are simply used in jewellery making as inexpensive alternatives for more precious gems. Valuable can be traded for gil. I don't remember what we got that from.
I reckon I can find a buyer. You got out else?
I got some black blood.
I'll be thankful you got that much. You got out else?
Okay, that's helped pay for our
Is that all?
elixirs.
I can't wait to see what Mid's going to build us this time.
What's her full name? Let me see it on here. Medadol? Medadol Telemon, daughter of Cid, and student of engineering at the University of Canva. From a young age, Mid showed the same passion for inventions as her father, and an ever greater aptitude. She is as well versed in the secrets of modern and fallen technology as any scholar in the Twins, and means to put that knowledge to use in service of the Hideaway. It doesn't say who her mother might be, but I can only assume maybe it's Benedicta, maybe? Or maybe somebody else.
Blackthorn, you busy?
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools.
Supply kit. Sketches of an ineffable device seemingly drawn from the pages of a mad alchemist's notebook. There's a list of the equally exotic alloys from which such things are smithed.
Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do. Till I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mids, no doubt. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Who? Do we have a carpenter? Apparently we do. And apparently you've got some updates.
Clive?
About Mid.
Summer stormed that one.
Rolls in when you least expect it, soaking you to the skin and leaving you wringing your breeches. Just like our old man. Keeps us on our toes, though.
What's that for you, dear?
Here we go. Grindstone. Uses the Levin bolt and the Earth Shard. So we're continuing with the upgrade. It's better than the Platinum Sword. And when he lifted his fists, beneath them was found naught but dust. Did we ever read the Platinum Sword? Platinum makes for a poor blade. Oh. Being too soft to withstand rigorous use in battle and too expensive for the common soldier to afford. It does, however, allow for an ornate designs on the crossguard hilt and pommel, where the rare metal is often most employed. Surprised that sword was any good then. Okay, well let's make the next upgrade. I'm going to assume eventually this is going to maybe make like the ultimate weapon, if there is one in this game. Like Clive's like best weapon or something.
No scratches, right?
If I had to guess. Is there anything worth making? We made the Dragon Slayer belt, so probably not. And we've got the... Oh, there's bracelets there, but we need another gelatinous mass and scarolite, or whatever that fucking material was called, which we got from the hunts. I wonder if we could go fight them again, somehow, to get those materials. I'm not quite sure what the... Did the scarolite come from, like, the flame lizard or something? I wonder if we refight them in the...
And?
I don't know, the virtual arena, if we can get the materials we need. Okay, I'm not going to go through a whole stage just to get one potential item for an upgrade. We'll see if we get it later. Right, let's head down to the carpenter then.
How do, Master Cid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, we'll all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
The guy that fixed the bridge, right? I remember. Alright, I guess we're off to... Martha's Rest?
Ah, Clive. What brings you to the Rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there, then.
Oh, there. We've not been over there yet, have we? A new area to explore. Let's go.
Why? If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care.
Kill some monsters. Got it. And is it just clay crabs and vultures? Some plants.
This shouldn't take long.
With a high level clay crabs, I'll give you that. Oh, you know what? Oh, I can't do it now. I'm in combat. Can I switch these out? I'm gonna put Titan back on. Damn it. Can I leave and come back? Need to get some practice in with the... Oh, I can't. Never mind then. Maybe we shouldn't switch Garuda out just for the grab. Because that is kind of really useful when they get to half stagger. Just to pull them down. Gives them a bit of a stun, doesn't it? These bloody fences. How many? Ugh, great.
Nice try.
These bloody fences. At the same time, I can live without the tornado because it kind of just blocks my vision a lot of the time. I don't know. I guess we need to kind of use Titan a bit more and get a feel for what we would replace him with before we commit to it, I guess. Would you just go down already?
That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
Well, before I forget, let's put on Titan then. We will... I mean, I could even trade it for Remove. Just because I'm not a big fan of the Blind Justice move. The gun thing, whatever you want to call it. But we'll get rid of Garuda for now. And we'll see how it goes. So this I need to practice with. So if I time that right, I can get like a good combo off, I guess. But will I ever use it instead of just like dodging? Getting the Berserk buff thing? Don't know. Maybe.
Alright, Clive? You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant! Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
Breath of Earth. Wind up. Reduces wind up cooldown time by 3 seconds.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Did Bernard say how long he was going to be? I mean, it's fine, but I hope he comes soon.
I mean, you would have thought he would have got the same boat as us, but who knows. Also, we now have some side quests to go pick up. I guess we'll go do that first. Nothing new on the hunt board by the looks of it, no. Okay, where's this one? Oh, it's in the infirmary, where we need to go. Now we'll go grab this one first then.
Do you have a moment, Cid? A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but... this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous. But I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Cid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
It's because Torgal's a good boy. Right, I guess we should go and grab the other one.
Ah, Clive.
Talia. How's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves? Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgal. He must have found something.
My puppy.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but here as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblord like Talia, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
What the hell kind of operation do you need to get rid of the mark? Is it not just like a tattoo on your face? And I hate to point it out, but it still leaves a blatant, obvious scar on your face, so everyone's going to know that you had one, surely. Right. Should we go speak to... Nah, we'll leave Gav for now. Oh, wait, is there a new hunt? Hey, what's... Oh, no, I thought I saw a little icon next to his name. It's just my triangle. Right, let's go and do these then. So we got one at Amber, which we were just there. So if we could have picked this up earlier, that would have been nice. But then one at Northreach. I guess we'll do this one first then.
You deserve a rest.
Any reason there's a bunch of raptors guarding this?
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
Should I deal with this? Don't have Garuda to grab these, so that's a bit of a problem. Alright, I'm going to hold it. I just don't know if I'm ever going to be able to use this block effectively. There we go. Do I keep pressing circle to do it? I can't remember what it actually said to do the follow-up. When guard is timed perfectly, square can be used to launch up to 3 counterattacks. Okay, I thought I did that, but maybe I didn't. Okay, there we go. I guess the question is, what kind of attacks can you guard? Can you guard anything? See, I'm missing Garuda on these things because they're flying a nuisance. And being able to pull them down is very useful. Okay, let's finish cupping these then. Oops. How many is there? 3.
Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez's mind at ease.
And we shall return to him shortly, but for now we need to jump over to Northreach.
Thanks, Gal. Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Cid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The Hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Cid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Cid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
I think we can do with a few goblins.
Faster!
It's literally right there.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
Obviously. Let's get rid of the riffraff. And we'll deal with Big Boy, shall we? I wonder if you can block when he does his big, stupid swing. Okay, well, let's get some practice in with the block, shall we? Okay. Too late again. Does it do any damage? Does it block? Let's just hold it and see what it does. Okay, that does no damage. That's pretty good then. It's got to get some practice in at Tammy, right? Untouchable trophy earned. Gotta do that earlier.
Soil and stone!
Yeah, do this thing. I want to see if I can block this. Oh, it does break eventually, huh? Makes sense, I guess. It'll be a bit OP. Ow. I assume it doesn't stagger him if he swings it around. Damn it. Still got to do that slightly earlier than I expect. But not that early. Come on, one more before you die. Oh, here we go. No, sorry, he keeps going. As I expected he would do, but... Still, for those kind of moves when he's just swinging around and dodging's not really going to work very well. Blocking is a good alternative, especially if you can counter it. I just wonder if I switch it for Garuda, though.
Who are you?
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Cid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Cid. We'll get everyone back to the Hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Cid, welcome back. A Stolas from the Dame arrived not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Breath of Fire, Rising Flames. Reduces the Rising Flames cooldown by 2 seconds. Okay, that means we can unlock our new reward from this.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts?
Safe passage. Not long ago, I was assaulted by footpads as I walked the gilded path. I would have perished alone in the desert had not the Cursebreakers come to my aid. I owe them my life. May this token serve them well. Travelling Terpsichorean.
You earned this.
What is it?
Come again.
Let's have a quick look what that is, shall we? Direwolf Jess. A direwolf subdues its prey by overwhelming it with a flurry of attacks that injure both body and spirit, stunning the creature and allowing for a quick kill before it can recover. Increases combo damage by 5%.
More for ya.
So where's Jill? Is she in here? Oh.
I'm feeling a lot better, thanks to Taya's remedies. But she insists I rest.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Ammonia leaf. A wild herb that, when brewed into an infusion, can dull the pain of a barber's blade.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Taya trusts you. Which means I trust you. The Hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But... I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy. But neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Taya. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physiker's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
Is there any reason you couldn't just keep the mark where it is if it's dangerous to remove it? What's the downsides for just keeping it where it is? I mean, you either have a tattoo on your face or you have a scar on your face.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks.
Maybe it does something else I don't understand, but... We could look at the law maybe, but... I mean, we're heading that way, so maybe we'll ask about it.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father Brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and, seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Phrasing.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shan't be a moment.
Brilliant.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
And what exactly can we do here, I wonder?
We have everything we need to begin work in earnest. And work in earnest we shall!
Thanks for before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return. Though I did wonder if I'd bit off more than I could chew when Mid showed me her plans for the place. If she hadn't been there to tell me what to do, I wouldn't have known where to start.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Sure, sure. Right, where are we heading? Back to the map room.
I think I'll wait till Mid's away to take a tour.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble. It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron?
Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favourite uncle is here!
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
Seems like maybe Dion or Bahamut won't necessarily be a bad guy as such.
It's just one thing after another around here.
Doesn't mean we won't fight him though.
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kopko withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift, and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, Had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde? To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance? No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canverward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned, and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
All right, Dad. Give me a minute.
My favorite pupil.
Ask about Mid.
We met under curious circumstances.
I think it is fair to say it was during my time at the university. I had returned to my lecture hall to collect some notes and discovered Mid crouched under a lectern, sketching some designs or other by candlelight. It transpired that she had fashioned a key and had been using my classroom as her own secret study, a place of quiet refuge from overzealous tutors and the like.
Naturally.
I insisted she leave, but Mid being Mid, she refused to take no for an answer, and before I knew it, I had not only allowed her to continue her late-night studies, I had agreed to take her on as a pupil into the bargain. Though I soon wished I hadn't, her refusal to defer to authority was no less evident in my lectures. Was this my reward for years of painstaking study? I wondered. To be teased and tormented by some oil-stained stripling who seemed to delight in my discomfort.
Still,
our time together was not entirely disagreeable, not at least because it was she who unearthed the plot against my life, and encouraged you to come and whisk me away to safety. And so I came to take refuge in your base of operations, just as she once did mine. About Byron.
Lord Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, Protector of Port Isolde. And your uncle, no less.
I heard tell.
He was an adventurous soul, and journeying alone to the secret lair of the villainous Cid the Outlaw would certainly seem to give truth to such rumours. He will make a valuable ally, and a generous one, I hope, and his connections among the nobility will surely prove useful.
Why?
Perhaps we will soon be invited to the heads of the remaining high houses to a grand soiree here in the Hideaway. I must practice my steps.
How may I help you today?
Just updating you. Anything else to do before we leave? Don't think so.
Finished outfitting our little
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Cids, and only Cids. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Cid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.